Now we're going to talk about customer service. We're going to talk about some good, some bad, and a downright myth. Starting with the myth, a lot of people believe that if you provide good customer service, the customer will refer business to you. Sounds good. Can it happen? Sure, it can happen. And you can be struck by lightning. The reality, it doesn't happen. There's an old saying that said, if you satisfy one customer, they'll tell one person. But if you anger one customer, they'll tell 10. Problem is, both of those numbers are wrong. It's an old saying before social media. If you've angered one person, they're not telling 10. They're on Facebook, Twitter, Google Circles, and anything else they can find, and they're telling hundreds or thousands about how horrible you are. That's frightening. Customer service has become a catchphrase. Our number one goal is customer service. Satisfaction is job one. Or the most frightening, 97% customer satisfaction. Woohoo! They're satisfied. Except for that 3% who's now telling thousands how bad you are. Is the 97% talking? Let's look at it this way. The last time you went to a restaurant and received satisfactory food, satisfactory service, and satisfactory prices, what did you call and tell about it? How many did you tell? None. What if you received good food, good service, and a good price? You still probably didn't tell anybody. But if it was horrible, you're telling everybody that you come across. Good is not enough when it comes to customer service. We live by the golden rule. The golden rule is, he who has all the gold makes all the rules. No, that's the golden rule of politics. Sorry. The golden rule is, treat others as you would like to be treated. That rule spans time. We all know it. We've all heard it. It's biblical. It's everywhere. And it's a great rule. It's a great way to live your personal life. It's a great way to live part of your business life. If you want people to treat you ethically and morally, you better treat people ethically and morally. If you want people to be truthful with you, you better be truthful with them. But when it comes to customer service, it's just not enough. Because not everybody likes to be treated the same. For example, I am a theater junkie. I love live theater. I love the big stage, I love the little stage, and everything in between. If somebody was to give me theater tickets, I would be very appreciative. It would be meaningful to me because I would assume that they knew a little something about me. But if I gave theater tickets to a lot of my clients, they would at the very least be confused. Why is he giving me theater tickets? I don't like the theater. Even worse, they could feel obligated to give them away or use them. And if they feel obligated to do that and they have trouble giving them away, they might actually go use them and not enjoy it, or be stressed out that they couldn't give them away. So it's a negative for them to receive that gift that you thought was so wonderful. Not everybody wants to be treated the way you want to be treated. Another example is a gal by the name of Amy, who is part of an organization called Business Network International, or BNI. She was talking about a couple of birthday gifts that she got from people in the office. One was a very elegant blue scarf, expensive, high quality, beautiful. But Amy didn't wear scarves, and she really didn't wear blue. And she realized that the person who gave it to her could be found in a blue scarf most any given day. That woman treated Amy the way she wanted to be treated. It was the golden rule of gift giving. But it wasn't anything meaningful to Amy. The other gift was a $5 to $10 book on tourism of Greece. Now Amy didn't remember telling the person who gave her the book anything about Greece, mentioning it, anything. Apparently she had. And she had mentioned that it was a dream of hers to go to Greece because that's where her family was from. She had had the book about 5 years when I heard the story, and the book was tattered and torn and pretty much worn out. And Amy broke into tears as she told the crowd that the following summer she was finally going to go to Greece. That gift had been meaningful to her. It was given from the Platinum Rule. Sometimes it's not about what we give, but it's about service. I was a realtor for 8 years, and I went to class after class that said you have to systematize your service. You have to do things just very systematized in order to get everything done. You can't systematize customer service that way. I had customers who wanted to hear from me once or twice a week, and they heard from me once or twice a week. I had other customers who I listed their house, they wanted to hear from me when there was an offer. I had one customer that told me he did not want to hear from me until there was a full price offer so he could sign it and be done. Now I explained to him that I have to present all offers, and he went so far as to write a letter that said, in the event that there is any offer written at less than full price, it is to be considered presented and rejected. He priced it 10% below market value in order to sell it with no hassle. Price wasn't important to him. Time wasn't important to him. No hassle was what was important to him. By the time the transaction was done, 2 weeks later I brought him a full price offer. He signed it, and my assistant, I told him my assistant would call him with the date for the inspection, appraisal, and anything else he needed, and when and where it would close. And he would not hear from us other than that. And the next time I saw him was at the closing. He was an extremely happy customer because I provided service the way he wanted service provided, not the way I did or the way other customers or clients did, or the way that some instructor told me I should do it. It was the way he wanted. It was the Platinum Rule. So how do we know how people want to be treated? Whether in service or in gifts, how do we know what to buy? How do we know how to treat them? Ask. You'd be surprised how many people will be confused because they've never been asked how they want to be treated, how often they want communication during the transaction. Any of those things. How do you want to be treated through this transaction? Here's what I offer. What do you want? It's a great question. And it will surprise them. That question alone will put them in a state of mind that you care about what they want. Then you follow up with doing it the way they want it, and you've provided exceptional customer service. How else can you know what they want? Say you want to give a surprise gift that just wows them. Well, you can listen. You've got 2 ears and 1 mouth. Use them in that proportion, and you will be more successful in learning what your customers want. Do less talking and more listening. If you're not catching things, there's a method called the Ford method. People use different words, but it boils down to family, occupation, recreation, and dreams. If you get into communication and rapport building based on and cover those 4 elements, you will know enough about your customers to know their needs, their wants, their hobbies, their desires, those kind of things. Knowing what your customer wants, what your customer needs, is key to customer service. As a member of Business Network International, or BNI, I am also a member of the chamber in my area, and I am very well networked. I had a customer call me, said, "John, do you know a good vet?" And I said, "Risa, what's wrong with your horse?" The only animals she had was 2 horses. And she said, "I don't know, but the last time we had anything like this, I almost lost a horse, and it cost me $2,000, and I need a good vet." And I said, "I'll tell you what, I know somebody who, don't know her exact title, but she calls herself an animal fecal matter specialist. She's a horse and cow dietitian is what she is. Let me send her first." And I did, and 2 days later, Risa called me in tears because her horse was doing fabulous, and all it took was some products to cleanse the horse and some additions to the diet. The horse was getting a little older, needed some different nutrition. She was in tears. She was so happy that I knew people and I knew how to take care of her needs. Risa has not sent me a customer in real estate or speaking. She sent me 38. Providing good customer service will get you by. Providing exceptional customer service will make your business thrive. It will create advocates for your business. It will create an unpaid sales force that makes your business go to the next level. Don't settle for the golden rule. Go platinum.